Hello and welcome to PCS Electronics Test Bench. Today on the bench I'm going to do a short video on a problem that we have occasionally with these inverters. This one happens to be a Heart Interface Freedom Combi, but it also comes in under the name of a Xantrex Freedom 458. It's the same unit, different company. The problem I want to show you is something called an electronic snubber, and sometimes that circuit goes out on these units, and I'm going to show you what that does. If I start the inverter, okay, let's take a look at this wave the way it is. This is the step wave, and it looks kind of normal there. Like it should on these inverters. Output's 120 volts AC, so everything looks fine. And right now I have just a small load on it, about 300 watts in my load box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this load off so that there's no load on the inverter, and then we're going to watch and see what happens to the signal. And you can see some spikes come up right ahead of each of the pulses. So there's with the load on, there's with the load off. So normally there's a circuit inside the inverter that is supposed to suppress those pulses, and this circuit is not working in this one, and that's why you're getting those pulses. So the problems that this can cause is that, well, right at the bat, if you look at the voltage, we're up to 129 volts as opposed to 120. It can really drive some of your electronics crazy, like a microwave oven, especially when you try and run the oven. So here I have a microwave connected, and I'm going to go ahead and run this for about 5 seconds, and you will watch this waveform and listen to this inverter, and it probably won't like it at all. And you can see what happens. Voltage, it spiked at 132. And the microwave did not like it. You could hear the microwave making kind of a loud buzzing noise. So it can really it can damage your electronics. It can actually damage the inverter further as well if you would continue to run it this way. So this is something that would need to be repaired. And if you were to just test this inverter with just some light bulbs on it like I've done here, it just knocks those spikes down. You don't even know they're there. So kind of an interesting problem. So unless you have a scope like this hooked to your inverter, you're never going to know you had this problem unless you detect some strange things going on with the electronics in your RV. This problem is a little expensive to fix. It's a lot of labor to rebuild that circuit board and replace the components that are causing the problem. Anywhere between $400 or $500, I guess, typically, to replace it. An inverter like this new runs about $1,100, so it's kind of an expensive repair, but it's still less than buying a new inverter. If it's you really want to save some money, it's something we can do. But I just thought it was an interesting problem to show you, especially if you're a repair technician. You may not have seen this before, may not know that this happens to these units. So if you ever get a Xantrex unit like this, and that's putting out some higher than normal voltages, or driving your microwave crazy, that would be the cause. And it's time to either get the inverter replaced or repaired. Okay, so thank you for watching once again on our test bench at PCS Electronics.